Bienvenidos, welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, subscribe, all that good stuff, like, comment. Today we have, actually, I'm super happy because I got pulled off of maintenance. I had nothing but AC maintenance lined up for the next few days, and then we had an emergency call. So it's a walk-in cooler for their like meats and stuff, so they needed fixed ASAP. So I'm here. It's a walk-in cooler at 72 degrees, so we'll check it out. This is a newer location, and we'll open it up. It's probably that, you know, the ones with it's a board. There's sensors, there's controls, there's different things. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. We got fun maintenance now. So I got my maintenance bag. I got the portable pressure washer because we have no water access whatsoever. So yeah, now I got to do maintenance. Lucky enough, we were across the street So it made sense for me to come over, do my maintenance so I can get out of this town because I'm 45 minutes out. So let's do this. Ow, a drop like that hurts at my age. So luckily this is here. I just got to the very bottom and tried to hold on and drop down. Stupid ladder. It's because the gutter's kind of weird here. It has a lip. So my little lock jaw ladder grip, which you can see, doesn't clip in right. All right, let's try this again. All right, so I didn't even bother recording after that. I was a little tired, frustrated, whatever you want to call it, and funny, like, I don't know if you can tell, it's a little gloomy out. I got the jacket, it's raining. It's a little bit of a cold front that we got, and I recorded that like a week and a few days ago. So those 90s, really nice getting you know, those calls coming in during that, because I have some other videos coming out too. But essentially I've been doing maintenance. It's been gloomy now, trying to, you know, fit all that in. But that lockjaw ladder grip, I will say, it came undone. There's an adjustment screw on it. So I completely forgot, and I didn't have it set all the way in to where it would grab the ladder. It had unscrewed all the way out, and that's kind of the adjustment, you know, front to back on it, to where how much it'll close in. So I messed up. So now that I figured that out, I've been using it. It's been fine. It's just I didn't realize that it came out, and then I locked it in, but it didn't grab the ladder. So, you know, that's all that was. Now the call that I had for the walk-in cooler, it worked out fine. If you guys didn't know, whenever you put in a lot of these fancy walk-in evaporators, that white probe, I mean, for the most part they're labeled. I don't know if they've always been labeled, but those are the extra sensors. So you essentially have a backup sensor, and it can replace any of the ones that it has, the blue, the yellow, whatever it is. It's the same plug. You just plug that in, and it's your replacement sensor. So we got that going for them. Obviously you go through whatever program you have, because I had another video similar to this, but it was a Russell labeled box, and that one had it was a low profile, which is where the two fans are in front blowing the air straight at you. So different style, but like when you open the compartment and you get to the board, it's very similar. It's a different looking board, but they all kind of work the same. And that one also had a sensor they gave out. So completely different, looked different part, different all that. But essentially when you do refrigeration, it's all the same. So what we had to do on that one was the same thing that we did on this one. You go through the program and go to your readings. Obviously it was not 125 degrees in there like it said, so that probe just messed up. Now if you unplug it, you can bypass them in the meantime, or you can test them. So essentially if you unplug it, the reading goes down to negative 50, whatever the default reading is, parameter on it. Essentially you can bypass a lot of these sensors just by unplugging them. So once I unplugged it and ran it, which is the same thing that I did on that other call, that Russell box, it worked. It ran, it started cooling, all that stuff. It's not going to work properly until you get that sensor. So you can bypass it in the meantime most of the time with these sensors. And these in particular do have a backup inside these. This one was a Larkin, but any of the Bond, Heatcraft, you know, they're all kind of the same thing. They'll have the white sensor in there. So just keep an eye out if you ever come across that. They're not all the same. Like I said, that Russell box that I did not come with any extra sensors, and it was not a typical sensor like that one was, where it just kind of like goes on the line set or goes in the evaporator. The one that the Russell box had was mounted, and it had like a flat surface on it, so it was completely different, but essentially the same thing. It's just that one didn't have an extra one, so this one did. Just put it in, you know, charged accordingly for the labor and all that. Quick, easy call. It's a relatively new location, so they're not going to have any, you know, big issues as long as everything was installed properly. But everything going electronic, you're going to have failures like that, where it's a sensor or a board or something. Everything's electronic in a wet, damp environment. That's just my 2 cents on that. But I know they coat them, I know they test them, you know, but electronic is a little more finicky than mechanical, right? Mechanical, you can kind of get away with a little bit more, but it's the way everything is now. So don't sweat it. It was pretty simple. Sensors are pretty simple to deal with, and you know, got them going. And I thought I had extra sensors, but I don't, so I need to order one and maybe have it on my truck for the next time, right? If it's one that's already been used and we need another sensor, like if on this one, if a different sensor gives out, I'll have a backup. So I need to get one for my truck stock. I didn't have any, so luckily it still had the extra one, and we're good. Remember to tie down your ladders, don't get stuck on a roof. I was able to jump down, forgot to mention this. I was able to jump down, but I showed it because it had a ladder attached to the building, but it only goes down like halfway. So I basically had to monkey bar myself down, hang, and then like drop, which didn't seem like it was that high, but like I felt that shock absorb through my body when I landed. I wasn't ready or prepared for that, and I was wearing the worst boots. I had my cheap boots on today, or shoes, and yeah, just not as athletic as I used to be, or I thought I was. And I'm so surprised that didn't hurt my back or my knees. I have bad knees too. I've had a bad back for forever. So luckily nothing happened. I've pulled my back doing way less. So I thought for sure I was going to be feeling that, but I felt fine. So I got lucky. If not, I would have had to wait a couple hours or something like that, because I was 45 minutes to an hour out of town, and by the time somebody got to me, you know, got away from a call and went to help me, that would have sucked. And then the person working at the restaurant was one kid who I was not going to ask. He did not seem like he was good with tools or anything like that. Just, you know, by speaking with him for a little bit, like I said, he was a kid, so he's small, and I was not going to have him or be liable for him trying to pick up a ladder for me, much less one that is already extended, and having to have him or talk him through putting it back, retracting it back, and then putting it up, and then extending it and all that. So just didn't want to deal with it. But yeah, the second time that's happened recently. The last time I was just lazy and I didn't put anything on there. But just remember to tie down your ladders any way you can. I've used bungees before. That's perfectly fine. I've also used the door jamb that I have. If you guys have seen the door jamb, it's a little stretchy material that you put over the door handles. I attached magnets to mine, which has been very helpful for like commercial type doors where there's no door handle. You know, it's just a push from the inside to open it. There's nothing on the outside. So if I put magnets, those doors are always metal, and I can attach it just to the door and then cover the latch. That's been handy on places where I don't have a gutter. But even if I did and I didn't have my lockjaw ladder grip, and I didn't want to use a bungee because I only have the long ones and I have to wrap it around quite a bit. The door jamb actually works really well with the magnets. So the usually that area where you're climbing up on the roof is metal somehow. There's a metal piece of the roof, or there is a gutter. So if you have the door jamb with the magnets, that works too. Just wrap it or go around the ladder and then attach it to the building with the magnets, and that should secure it. Those magnets, I believe, are the ones from Home Depot, and I have some linked in my tool link. I know I'll have to update the tool link a little bit because not everything has been, or some stuff has been unavailable on there and I haven't gotten to it yet. But if you check the tool link, I have magnets in there too. They come in handy all the time. Like I said, if there's places that don't have a gutter, I can use the door jamb with the magnets. And there's a couple of places where I have to jump up on the walk-in boxes to get to the ladder access that they have, which I think is stupid. But in those instances, if it's really windy outside, I use magnets with the door jamb or with a Velcro strap to secure my ladder, because it gets really windy here, especially during like bad weather, hurricane season, all that. So I carry a lot of magnets, so that's a good way to secure it. I'm pretty sure I've shown it before, but in case you guys didn't know, because we're going to talk about it today, having my ladder follow me in this video. So hope you got something out of it. Hopefully that was helpful in any way, entertaining, that I'm getting stuck on a roof, whatever it may be. So if you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys.